I celebrate you as you embark on a new journey that can either set you apart or conform you to the old. I implore you to relentlessly pursue a future that marks you as different. To be a values-driven public leader who lives and breathes. You have to live and breathe our 3 C's. Not when it's convenient, but 24/7. Character, competence, and capacity. We're all witnesses to the negative impact of the lack of willpower and competence in carrying out effective policy and good governance in our dear country and continent at large. So as you embark on your leadership journey, please, I implore you, please champion sustainable development, critically analyze information, engage in respectful discourse, listen to opposing views, collaborate across sectors, and most importantly, foster inclusive solutions. These are all the trainings you had during your time with us in SPPG. Do not, and I repeat, do not forget them. The Certificate of Public Leadership and Policy, CPLP, that you have been awarded is a call to action and responsibility. I repeat, action and responsibility. You are the change that we want to see in Nigeria. Be the unconventional leader and make a difference by making meaningful impact. Shape policy, challenge injustice, and above all, do what will make SPPG proud. Your certificate carries such powerful symbolism. It carries weight so that you know that what you are receiving today is not ordinary. The first, and you all know it, is that it announces that a person with the 3 C's has emerged. And you have emerged after an intensive, rigorous 10-month journey. How many of you are thankful that you made it? The 10 months are intense. And when we tell you at acculturation that it's intense, you think we're just talking, right? And then around the 6-7 month, you now tell us that no, you didn't stress it enough. For those that are applying to class of 2025, we are stressing it now from the graduation of class of 2024. SPPG is not for the faint-hearted. No. Secondly, it certifies you as unconventional. So that's the second. Third, it marks you as a disruptor. You are defying status quo. Fourthly, it sets you ablaze as a flame of fire. And as you all come together, never walk alone. As you all come together in collaboration, as a powerful and collective force, you know what you become? An inferno. Our infernos are unstoppable. So as flames of fire, you become an inferno. Fifthly, this certificate equips you to be a master user of data. A data analyst with a difference. You become a data-driven nation builder. And what's our mantra? In God we trust. Thank you. Everybody else bring your data. You also become a strategic solution provider. And your capstone projects has given you mindsets, skills, and a problem-solving approach that separates you from the pack. And I have 2 more to go. A bridge builder, a connector who connects people, resources, and ideas, and you build change communities. Don't run alone. You are a foundation layer, a repairer of broken walls. The broken walls of society, education, health, and the justice system, amongst others. And then 9, you become a custodian of the future. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, the best way to predict your future is to what? Create it. So create a brighter and better Nigeria. And to do it, it starts with you, and it starts now. I actually have 10. And the 10th is you're a sound forger. You're releasing a new sound. And what is that sound? So you are going to get up and release the first roar for the day. But I won't join you now, I'm on TV, so I will just stand very distinguished behind. So up and roar for Nigeria to hear you. And you will hear why it is important to do this roar. You think you're making a sound, a noise, but it is bigger, greater, and more impactful than that. So on the count of 3, you're going to release the loudest roar. And I want National Assembly to hear it. Also Rock to hear it. Aba to hear it. Sokoto to hear it. Lagos to hear it. So 1, 2, 3. And by the way, the roar, R-O-A-R, you know what it means? Reformers of Africa Rising. So it's a continental movement. Now, I'm going to give you some insight and some nuggets of wisdom that I recently gleaned from a great man. And this morning I'm going to call this great man and recognize him as my papa. He has taught me well over the last 15 years. And the nuggets of wisdom is about the lion. The lion is not the strongest animal in the jungle. And why I'm doing this is because when you roar, I want you to do it with a deep understanding that you're not just making noise, but you're releasing a sound, and that sound has meaning. So listen to the nuggets of wisdom. Thank you. The lion is not the strongest animal in the jungle. It's not the weightiest. It's not the most intelligent. It's not even the most powerful. But it is called and known as the king of the jungle because of its mind. Your mind. Its mind. It has the most sophisticated mind of all the feline species and animated species. A lion will break brass bars and iron doors. A lion has amazing eyesight, 600% better eyesight than a human being. The lion sees in the dark with ease. Night is like day. At night, in the dark, most of us will stop operating, right? Most people will stop building because we can't see. But with the lion, it sees in the darkness. So you as lions, in the darkness of corruption, you will see clearly. You will act with boldness. You will do what is right. So you are no longer ordinary. And if you didn't know it, you better pick up that understanding now, that you can see in the dark because you have 600% more sight. When others throw in the towel, lions arise. When others face difficult challenges that try to stop them, lions innovate. The roar of the lion is the sound of battle. It's a sound that declares, I mean business. The roar of the lion actually paralyzes its prey. So roaring is not just a noise. It is intelligent and it is articulate. And whenever you roar with a strong level of conviction, people hear you and rally around you because of that battle cry. So what we are releasing as well is a battle cry because we need to go on television. We talked about the lion's sight at the beginning, but do you know that lions don't walk on their heels? How many of you know that? I didn't. They walk on their toes. Why? Because a lion can leap 11 meters in one bound. That's 36 feet. It's powerful. They can reach speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. They can get to where a roar is coming from in seconds. So if you are in trouble, If you are in distress, your roar in the jungle will bring lions to you in seconds because of their speed. So that means that as a collective on the continent of Africa, as we release our sound, roaring sound, we are saying, like when Honorable Gift was here last year and he spoke to us as a keynote for class of 2023. He was in parliament in Zimbabwe. He got back and in 3 weeks, 23 of them, 25 of them, whatever number, were removed from parliament. If we understood our mandate, we should have released a roar over that. We will have sent a message to you formally and to the parliament to say, no, this is not permissible. So, continent of Africa, there is a mandate upon us to speak when we need to speak, to act when we need to act. And I'm coming to an end. They move on their toes. You know why? Because their toes, by moving on their toes, they move with stealth. So that by the time they get to their prey has not heard them, because they're tiptoeing. May they not hear us till we appear. And the final one, lions build relationships, and this is where I close. And they build those relationships differently. They move in the pride. 10, 20, 40, 50 lions moving together. They never travel alone. They never exist alone. They move as a collective. They exist as a pride. So if we are to fulfill our mandate, if we are to shift the current political culture, if we are to institute good governance, we have to be part of a pride. So when you roar, your enemies know that you are connected to 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000 other lions, because they are under a military regime when it comes to urgency and emergency. So it is time to release the loudest roar with this deeper understanding. And I invite you to do that. The nation, Nigeria, is waiting for the fearless ones. Are you the fearless one? The nation is waiting for custodians of justice and the rule of law. Are you custodians of justice and the rule of law? That sounds like a pussycat. Are you the custodians of justice and the rule of law? The ones that are not afraid to defy status quo. So who are the lions in the room? Are you ready? Arise, build and conquer. Let's create a brighter and better Nigeria together. It starts with you, it starts with me, and it starts now. So arise one more time as we close and release the loudest roar ever. This is now with understanding. We're declaring and announcing to Nigeria that SPPG raises lions for the nation and for the continent. And give me permission to join you this time. Yes. 1, 2, 3, rise!